Are you detaining me?
Yes.
For what crime?
Because they're claiming that you were inside.
But I'm not inside right now. So what crime are you detaining me
Because
for?
they're going to issue a criminal trespass warning.
That's not a crime.
Hey, sir.
Yeah. Are you detaining me? Are you detaining me? For what crime?
Hey guys, I want to make this real quick. If you haven't met Press On before, go to his channel, subscribe, like. This guy is my personal favorite cop watcher. After each time he sees a traffic stop, he always draws the cop over, has a discussion with them. The dude is amazing. This is the perfect way to handle an unlawful detainment. Press On is the man for this. Check him out, guys.
Yeah. Press On. We got some gang activity at Buffalo Wild Wings. So what's your name, officer?
Officer Frank.
Frank?
Hey, so they said you were inside here earlier.
I've never been in there in my life.
Well,
I've been at Starbucks.
So the guy inside identified you.
Well, you're gonna have to get some more evidence than that. Like, look at the camera, because I've never been in there. Like, you could go talk to him. I've been over there inside Starbucks all night, and then I was standing outside of Starbucks until you got here.
Did you see the person leave the store?
I've never. Well, he asked me about a female with a green bandana, and no, I haven't seen her. But I've been at Starbucks. You're gonna have to look at the cameras because they are way wrong. They're out of line, and that's filing a false report.
You're sure about that?
I have never been in there in my entire life. Yeah. Hey, officer, if there's any real confusion, you might want to go talk to him because he knows that I've been standing outside. They all know me, and before the employees leave, they know that I've been in there all night.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
We're probably going to watch the security camera.
Yeah, but
the guy clearly identified you as being inside earlier.
right, but he's definitely wrong.
Okay.
I've never been in there, but I mean, before any witnesses leave to my whereabouts,
He described you pretty
I
clearly.
just film. I never.
He described you pretty clearly, so.
Well, I'm standing right there. It's easy for him to
He
describe
couldn't see
me.
you out here.
Well, I mean, what did he describe? Somebody with a beard or what?
Okay. Trespass warning. That's what they want.
Okay, but it's not me. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And if
Yeah.
it's not, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, if you can just wait up front.
Are you detaining me?
Yes.
For what crime?
Because they're claiming that you were inside.
But I'm not inside right now. So what crime are you detaining me
Because
for?
they're going to issue a criminal trespass warning.
That's not a crime.
Hey, sir.
Well,
Yeah. Are you detaining me?
Leave this door.
Are you detaining me?
You're detained, yes.
For what crime? For what crime?
Trespassing. Stand in front of the car.
I'm not in the. I'm
going
not
to
in
jail.
there.
You're not going to jail.
No, I understand that, but
warning,
I want to be
warning.
clear. I film, and so I want to be clear on how you're detaining me for trespassing when I'm not in the store.
All right. So Buffalo Wild Wings.
What?
Buffalo Wild Wings. This business here.
Yes.
They said it was you. We're gonna look at footage and figure out if it was you or not. Okay?
Yeah, but that's in the past. We're talking about right now.
So-
am I in the store?
So they said that you were in there
Mm-hmm.
and you were part of the disturbance that occurred earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And since you're the only one part of the disturbance that is still here, they don't file charges if they want you trespass from the property. If it was you, okay? We'll look at the footage. If it was you have very distinct clothing on.
Can
If it was you, you'd be issued a warning. You'd be on your way, okay? If you come back to the property, you go to jail.
yeah.
It's real simple.
Can we back up to the part about the trespassing law? According to the trespassing law, in order to trespass somebody, you have to be asked to leave and then you refuse to leave.
Okay.
Am I in there right now?
You're not physically inside the store right now.
Right. So even if I was in there, which I wasn't, I have left.
Okay.
So I couldn't possibly be trespassed, which is a crime.
You're not currently trespassing.
I cannot possibly be trespassed ever because I'm not in there. I would have to go in there
They can trespass
in
you
order
any-
to be
any
trespassed.
time. You don't have to be inside to be trespassed.
They can tell me not to come back, but trespassing is an actual crime, and I could not be ticketed with trespassing when I'm not even on the property.
You're not being ticketed for it.
Right, I couldn't be, ever.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the crime, is trespassing. So what are you detaining me for?
Okay. There was a disturbance here earlier, right?
What are you detaining me for right now?
Can I explain it to you, or you ask me questions?
I want a straight answer. What are you detaining me for right this minute?
Are you listening?
Yes.
All right. There was a disturbance here earlier.
What crime are you detaining me for at this present time? You have to have suspicion that I've committed a crime, am committing a crime, or about to commit a crime in order to detain me. Do you have a sergeant?
Are you letting me answer your question?
Do you have a sergeant? You might want to get a
sergeant.
sergeant. This is getting out of control because you've detained me and taken my rights for no evidence of a crime.
If you let me explain to you, if you ask me a question, I'd be glad to.
Yeah, give me a
You
straight
keep
answer.
cutting me off.
What crime are you detaining me for at this time?
All right, this can be more than one sentence answer, okay?
It shouldn't be. A crime is very simple. The law says you have to have a crime in order to detain me. So what crime are you
Reasonable
detaining me
suspicion.
for? Of what crime?
Reasonable suspicion.
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
So that's what he's trying
Is
to
that a
explain.
misdemeanor
That's what
or a
he's trying to explain
felony?
to you, David.
Reasonable
If you keep
suspicion of
interrupting, we
what
can't explain
crime?
anything.
Just say the crime.
You can't interrupt. You can't interrupt if we're going to.
I
explain
can.
something.
What's the crime?
Okay, so you can keep interrupting, and you can wait here until we.
What
watch
is the
security footage.
crime? What crime are you detaining me
We're
for?
just going to keep interrupting, so we're not going to explain it to you.
You are
Fair
just
enough.
running off in circles. I want to
No,
know
we're not.
what crime I'm
You're
detained
running
for.
circles, man. You're asking the same question 10
There's
times.
plenty
If
of
you
case
haven't
law that-
answered it
there's
once.
plenty of case law that says we can
tried
detain
to,
somebody
on
based
your
on
side.
reasonable suspicion of something.
Of what
suspicious
crime?
activity. A person came into a business with a bandana over their face and started making threats. Okay, and they said that you were involved with that person. That's why you're detained right now, and that's it.
So
you can stay
just tell
here.
me what crime I'm detained for.
I just explained it to you.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
You
I
didn't
did.
say
There's
a
plenty
crime.
of case law that says we can detain somebody for a reasonable suspicion of a crime. The person
Of a crime.
Okay.
What
That's what we're
crime?
trying to figure out. What they said, the person said when they came into business. So that's what's going to happen. So you're going to stay here until we look at the footage, and if it's not you, then you're free to go.
So
on
you're
your way.
detaining me for making threats? I'm
No,
trying to
because you're
figure out what
because
crime.
everybody that's in the store is saying that you were inside the business, saying you were inside earlier, and that this person only said things that you would have known that the other guy said, because the person that they came in and talked to, the girl with the bandana came in and specifically addressed somebody that guy is saying he talked to you, and only you would know those things that she would have said. So that's how you're supposedly involved.
This is so
Hey,
ridiculous.
Look, we just get called to come out here, David. You should understand that. Okay?
Yeah,
We're
I
trying to figure
do,
this out.
but you should understand that you can't detain somebody without articulating reasonable suspicion of a crime.
I just articulated everything to you. Okay.
Well, of a
So
crime?
whenever
What
we stop
crime
out with
is it,
somebody for
though?
reasonable suspicion stop, it doesn't mean that there's necessarily a crime that has been committed yet.
It should.
No. That's not
Yeah,
what it states. So
reasonable.
we can
You don't have any authority to detain somebody without reasonable suspicion of a
We
crime.
do, and we've already explained it. So.
I'm gonna need to talk to your sergeant before we're done. How long have you been on the department, Franks?
Long time.
How long is a long time?
More than a day.
More than a day? More than a year?
More than a year.
Who's your sergeant?
I have a few. Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does, and I have a right to know. Who is your sergeant?
We can do a public information request. at police
What?
department.
It is your
Anytime you
policy
want
to tell me who your sergeant is and your badge number. What's your badge number?
94.
94. It is your policy to tell me who your sergeant is if requested. I have a right to know.
Is that one of our policies?
Yes, it is.
Policy number is there.
I don't need to tell you the policy numbers. It's your policy. You're supposed to be aware of your policies.
I'm very aware of our policies.
Apparently not.
I don't think you are. I don't
Is
think
it
you know what
Roby?
you're talking about.
Okay. You don't think you got half of that right, Franks.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Okay.
How would you know what our departmental policies are, Dave?
Because I record you guys all the time. I'm well aware of what you are supposed to do and what you aren't supposed to do. I don't ask questions that I don't already know the answer to.
Really?
Yeah.
So who's my sergeant?
I don't know who your sergeant is.
Hold on. You just say you don't ask questions if you don't have answers to.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you asked me who my sergeant was, right?
All right, so what's your point?
My beat.
Your point.
I proved you wrong.
You
don't know
proved
what
me
you're
wrong?
talking about, man.
Okay.
You don't know what you're talking about, man.
Who's your sergeant? Roby?
Not Roby.
You're Lieutenant White? You under
White?
Lieutenant White?
I know Lieutenant White.
Are you under Lieutenant White?
Yes and
Is
no.
it Sergeant Weston?
No.
No? There's only two sergeants I can think of at night. Who's the sergeant working tonight?
You. It was on YouTube.
What?
You posted stuff.
I haven't posted anything from Georgetown yet.
What's your website? Or what's your YouTube page?
Press on.
Spell it.
Press on. If you don't know how to spell press on, I don't know what to do.
P-R-E.
I guess you missed the First Amendment.
O-O?
Yeah, press on.
Why are you posting it here? You've been here for a while.
Yeah, but I don't post until I have the whole story. I don't try and do half of it at a time, you know.
You make like a documentary out of it?
Well, I just do individual episodes, but, you know, like, there's follow-ups, right? Like, I could just post this right now, but then it would be incomplete.
So what's your opinion of Georgetown so far?
The police?
Or who
Well-
else do you record?
Well, I mean, there's the sheriffs and there's troopers, too. I mean, are you talking about specifically the PD?
Yeah, this one.
I mean, in general, they, on the surface, they've been pretty polite for the most part, except for this new night crew. I haven't seen you before, but a lot of the officers under Lieutenant White are thugs and bullies and gang members.
Gang members.
Yeah, absolutely, gang members. But, you know, as far as like Lieutenant Rayleigh's shift and, you know, Sergeant Lanier and Sergeant Weston's crew, they're really good.
It's not you, David.
Oh, no, duh.
Well, like I say, man. As soon as
So
we
they
see
just
that,
made a false report
It's not a
and
false
got me
report, man.
detained
So
for
the
no
guy-
crime. It is
so
a
this-
false report. Don't.
It's not,
I want to
David.
talk to your sergeant.
Well, you
Is
can
it
talk to
Roby?
him.
Because he's a bum too. So we might as well just skip Roby. He's about as dirty of a cop as I've ever seen in my life, right there. And no shit, I'm free to go, Earnshaw.
Hey, man. we
You need to
explained
get your
everything to you.
shit straight
My
before you
shit's straight,
detain
man.
somebody for no crime.
Okay, so I'm not going to explain anything else.
I
to
know,
you,
but
David.
who is his sergeant? Because he won't tell me.
You
Who's
wanna
the
come
sergeant
over
on
here?
duty right now?
Roby and Raglan.
In Raglan? I haven't met Raglan.
All right, well, we're
Who's
gonna
your
go look for
lieutenant-
the- we're gonna
Lieutenant
go look for
White,
the
right?
actual guys that they were talking about. So.
Yeah, Lieutenant White, right?
Mhm.
I haven't had the displeasure of meeting him, but
Yeah, he's a good
everybody on this shift, you know, I met you before, and I'm not saying you're a dirty cop or anything, but what you did just now is you detained me for no crime.
It's not correct, man.
It is correct,
Well, if
because
you have
you
an
didn't
issue
have
with it-
evidence of a crime.
Okay.
You went off of
I already explained everything
some
to you.
people's word,
Yeah.
right? But
we
their
did.
word means nothing, as
Okay.
you can see.
Whatever you say, man.
It's
I
not
explained
whatever I
everything to you.
say.
It is, because you're not right in this point, okay?
There's codes and laws on this,
Yeah.
okay? And you have to have evidence of a crime.
Well,
Them running
so-
their mouth is not evidence.
Okay.
It's never been
well,
evidence,
when
and
we
it
have
never
multiple
will
people saying
be.
it was you, that's all
That's
we can
not
say, man.
evidence. And as you can see, multiple people
Okay,
just
well-
lied off of their
It's
ass.
not lying when they think it's you, okay? It's somebody that's similar description.
Which is what? What is the
A
description?
beard, white male with a beard,
Okay.
carrying a backpack.
Okay.
That's very similar. That's enough for
All
us
right.
to...
That's enough
Yes.
to investigate
Exactly.
if there's a crime.
Okay.
But what's the crime that
I
you're
already explained everything to you,
investigating?
David. Have a good
You,
night.
you didn't say a crime. You said what supposedly happened, but you didn't pin it down to a crime.
It's called reasonable suspicion, David.
Of what
Go ahead
crime?
and look it up.
Of what's the crime, Earnshaw?
David, if you want to keep calling
What's the
bums,
crime?
Einstein, and dirty cops, I understand.
I said I've never said you're a dirty cop. I just said it's on video. I said I've never said you're a
You said the
dirty
sergeant's
cop.
a bum and he-
Oh, Roby?
Yeah, do you wanna
Oh,
talk to
yeah,
him or
he's
not?
a bum. Everybody, he always drives away. He never listens. He doesn't care what the people think. He's not interested in 3802 when you can identify somebody that I've been through with you.
Yeah.
He's not interested about,
Did you want to read that? Because whenever you told me I was wrong that night, I wasn't wrong. So I can let you.
You were
read-
wrong.
I can let you.
You
read
have to be
3802.
arrested in order to be lawfully arrested.
Wrong.
Let's pull it out right now.
I will.
You're not the first cop I've been over this with.
Okay. It's also reasonably detained, buddy.
No, it says you can't lie if you've been detained.
You have to identify yourself too.
No, you don't.
David.
3802. You're not the first officer that has pulled out the code and found out that they didn't know. Well, you're not looking at the actual code book.
This is the actual code book. There's one of the following: lawfully arrested a person or lawfully detained a person.
Okay, you're not looking at the code. You need to pull out 3802.
That's right. That's what it is.
Okay, go to
3803 is
go
right
to
here,
the
3802.
go to the beginning of it.
Have a good night, David.
Go to the beginning of it, because that's a cheat sheet. That's a cheat sheet